Okay, so it's all gone a bit wrong. Turns out we had a training on our Zoom account 10 till 12. There's obviously been some miscommunication somewhere down the line, but these things happen, it's fine. So apologies for anybody who did log in to the live, what was meant to be the live Q&A at 11 a.m. today. We were unable to host it due to training of our staff, which we have to do a lot of that virtually now. So I think what I'll do is I'll just run through some questions and answers on my own and record it for you guys. So if ever you need it, then it's here for you. So question 1, what training do staff receive? So the only mandatory training that carers get across the board is 7 mandatory topics, which include basic first aid, medication, safeguarding, food hygiene, infection prevention and control, and health and safety. Apart from that, there is currently no legal requirement for carers to have any other sort of qualification. And it's a big topic of debate. So at Caremark, we do go above and beyond the mandatory requirements. And we also take a bespoke approach to our training to ensure carers have the knowledge and skills to deliver high quality home care that meets the individual needs of our clients, because people can have the same condition, but their needs can be so varied. And then we also deal with a lot of people who have very complex needs, which is not seen every day. So we work with professionals, their doctors, nurses, whoever else might be involved in that person's care, to create a bespoke training and ongoing support for the carers that are supporting that client, to ensure that we're enabling that person to live their best life possible despite any conditions they may have. Do I have to pay for care myself? So sometimes when you're first looking at getting care, if you have hundreds of £1,000s in the bank, then most likely you will have to pay for your care yourself. There are obviously exceptions to that. So if you fall under certain categories within healthcare, then you may get funded by the NHS, but your condition would have to be quite severe, and they would have to deem it necessary to fund you through the NHS. If you feel that that may be you, then you can have an assessment done by the NHS, and then they will decide whether they will fund your care for you. If you don't have a lot of money saved away, then you can have a financial assessment done by your local authority, who will then decide whether you can have your care funded by the council, or whether you can have part of it funded, or that you have to pay for it yourself. Then there are all different options as to, so for example, then if your care is funded by the local authority, there are different options within that, whereby you can hand over to them and they manage your money and the process of getting your care for you, or you can take more control, whereby the council would then give you the money to manage yourself, and then you can go and purchase your care how and where you like, within a certain remit, of course. At Caremark, for all our privately funded clients, they would be invoiced every 2 weeks, and payment is expected 2 weeks after the invoice date. So you're always paying in arrears, never in advance. And you have the option to have a standing order or a direct debit, depending on the facility available and your kind of care package. Some people have a really regular pattern, some people have ad hoc, it varies. So again, it's really bespoke and individual to the person and their situation. Will I have a regular carer? So yes, at Caremark, Sutton, Epsom, Banstead and Reigate, you will have regular carers who know you, know your routine, know what you need. We try and match our carers and our clients as closely as possible. based on much more than just skills and training. We look at their interests, their hobbies, their values, and try and really create a relationship that will work and will get the best out of the client and enable the client to achieve the lifestyle that they're trying to live. So you can be rest assured that within Caremark, your carer will be well matched, competent and compassionate, and will truly understand the needs, your needs, or the person that's being looked after's needs, and what they're trying to achieve. And it will provide consistency and continuity, which will lead to a stimulating and enjoyable life for everybody. So what tasks can the carer do? So a carer will provide a range of care and support services, including personal care, so could be down to just assisting you in and out of the shower, getting dressed if you lack some sort of mobility, to full strip wash if you are bedbound, socialisation and companionship, shopping, cleaning, cooking, pretty much every day-to-day task that we all would do. You can have a level of assistance that suits you. So it could just be that you need prompting when it comes to medication or anything like that, or it could be full assistance. We offer the full range. Domestic tasks, short stays for if you've just come out of hospital and you need a bit of rehabilitation, a bit of support while you get back on your feet. We do end-of-life care at home, enabling people to spend their last days at home surrounded by their loved ones. Overnight care, if you need a waking night, if you're up in the night and you need support in the night, we can offer that. Or some people just like the security of having someone stay in their home. Medication management. So pretty much everything and anything that you could think of that you might need support with, we can offer. And we always say to people, whatever it is you need, tell us, and we will do everything we can to try and accommodate, even if it's something that we might not have done before. Although we're at the point now that we probably pretty much have done a bit of everything and have people who are capable to do everything. I mean, we have specially trained staff in more complex conditions, administering medication for epilepsy, tracheotomy, stoma bags, things like that as well. So how quickly can care be set up? So I'll read this lovely piece that our care manager, who was going to join me this morning, wrote. Our responsive and reliable care at home service means we can put care and support in place quickly, and in many cases within 24 hours. We have been known to actually put care in place in less than 24 hours. We are able to do something called a rapid response, which can be particularly useful during times when hospitals are really full and they're looking to get discharges done really quickly. Our team are really experienced that they can go in, they can do a quick assessment. They can do it virtually as well if necessary, and we can often put in, providing the correct equipment's available, etc., care potentially within the same day. There's a lot of paperwork that goes with the care plan, so if the full documentation will be then done within 3 days of a rapid response being done. So you'll be rest assured that everything would be put in place in a really short time of when that started. We provide a fully managed care and support around Sutton, Epsom, Ewell, Reigate and Banstead. So our experts are all local, so they can put care packages in place quickly, and we can work in collaboration with hospital professionals and anyone else that's involved in your care. We work with many of the GP surgeries, district nurses, social workers and anyone else that you have support you. So how do I arrange care? So with us, to arrange care, you can send us an email to sutton@caremark.co.uk. You can call us on 0208 819 4439. We have a relatively small management team of about 8 people, so you can speak to any one of them and they can organise the next steps of setting up your care, which would usually be some form of assessment. Preferably in person, but it does depend on the circumstances. We do offer a virtual service too, particularly if it's something that you're looking for maybe in the future, not immediately. And then we can look at the best way of putting your package of care in place. So what type of care do I need? So depending on your needs, an initial assessment will be conducted, as I just said, and that will be done by one of our field care supervisors. So the field care supervisor is a member of our management team who are there to support the clients and the staff out in the field. So they can come out to you whenever you need. You'll often see them popping in to check everything's okay, to support staff, to do supervisions of staff, monitor the delivery of the care on a regular basis. So they'd be your first point of contact when receiving care, that if you had anything you needed or needed to discuss, they would be your first point of contact before then, if it needed to be escalated to the care manager, who they respond to. So once we've done an assessment, a care and support plan is developed, and that's put onto our electronic system. So we do run electronically, not all care agencies do, but it is going to come a time when they all will, because local authorities are now taking notice and understanding the importance of the electronic systems and how they keep people more safe. And it is becoming a requirement that if you do work with local authorities, you do need to have an electronic system. So we use something called the PASS system, whereby the care workers use their mobile phones to log in and log out of visits electronically. So we can see when they're there and when they leave. We can see if someone's not turned up, it would flag up on the system. And then they can document everything that happens within each visit on that electronic system, and it can update live. Also, in addition to that, I could talk about the system for hours, but the main thing is that family members can have access to that system too. So you can check in and have peace of mind that you know the care has been, you know what care has been delivered, you know how mum, dad, whoever it may be, has been that day. And it just means that everybody can relax a little bit, that their loved one is in good hands and has been taken care of. So what happens on weekends and bank holidays? So our service is a fully managed service, 24/7, 365 days of the year. So you can be assured that your loved one will be taken care of to the exact same high standard every single day, whenever they need. What happens in a medical emergency? Will my carer stay with me until help arrives? Absolutely. Our carer will always remain with you to ensure that you are safe and that you get to the hospital. It may be that they accommodate you to the hospital, or that they'll wait till a family member turns up. But whatever it is that you need to happen, we'll make sure it happens. We always have backup available in these emergencies. So for example, if something happened and your carer was due to go somewhere else, we'd be able to cover that person's work for the rest of the day so they could stay with you and make sure that you're safe, looked after in any form of emergency. So that's all the questions we had for today. Sorry it didn't run quite as we'd planned, and I hope I've done our team justice in answering the best I can. But if you do have any further questions, then please do send us a message, and we're happy to answer any questions you have, regardless of whether you're a client of ours or not. And obviously we can do free, no obligation assessments of what you need and what it is that you think you need whenever you need it, virtually or in person. So please do get in touch. Thanks.